Very true. Afro is burning behind the default pillar, so he's under quite a bit of pressure there, but he still holds the angle. He's so low, but he's still going to get 3 kills. Oh, Afro, can you believe it? How NIP haven't been able to trade him is unreal, but that's what happens in pistol rounds sometimes. The instant headshots. Afro makes it look as clean as anything. Dexter with his P2000 will find head trick, and S-Attack must be wondering...
With being able to scoot through the smokes, nicely able to locate the head. Roy also gets the final kill on S-Attack, but the issues yesterday definitely weren't on the CT side. That's where they were able to put up a 6-6 scoreline. Curious to see whether they're going to be able to push anything, pull anything off, as they do go for some return aggression. Crims being held. Messi does find a kill on Rezu, was also showing some aggression and doing it at the same time just convolutes the pipelines of information as Roy gets another. Dexter gets iced out. Messi peeks again. This is so lovely out of Fnatic.
I can't believe that little bait set up for Fnatic and now actually worked out for a kill for Messi. He was low, of course. hetket needs to take the initiative here. He has to go in, but he's a little bit too slow. Actually, I believe he got tagged through that smoke by Crims. Which...
Sure, when you are the puppeteer, as soon as you go down, it all comes crashing right after you. Dexter picks up the orb. Be careful of the timing. Sees them, and now Messi, he'll strike. Lovely play there by Dexter. Utilizing himself, and then Messi is just walking through. But surely somebody checks this. They don't check the corner, and that's a double up. Maxer goes down as well. Dexter does it all.
Oh, can you believe it? The IGL had a great start to this game and just plays that with the utmost of calm. Beautifully done. And NIP will probably have been feeling relatively confident and feeling slightly better with that entry from config, but when they don't check that corner, that's when it's gone. But that's a one-tap from Rez. We didn't see it, but we certainly heard it. And now, Crims, all he sees Rez on the corner, but he doesn't have an HE grenade to finish that off. He's doing so much damage to the side of default. Of course, he's worried about that possibility of a mid-lurk as well, because they have not yet seen head trick. And now Rez has managed to retreat all the way back down the ramp.
He's escaped. For hetket, this wraparound doesn't really do all that much since Fnatic had no clue where hetket was in the first place. Rez shows himself. That's one piece to the puzzle. Whether hetket will see, well, they're just going to be defusing. At least tapping it. hetket peeking out, killed by Messi. Do they have enough time? Yeah, yes. Messi, more than enough. They've got kits, of course. But
this up, playing a perfect CT side at the moment, doing his job when he needs to, and playing team play when he needs to as well. However, Dexter's gone down. This is now NIP's best chance yet. Crims may get a kill. He's dinked through the edge of the brickwork, down to only 67 though. So a little bit more squishy now. 3v3. NIP should be able to get a bomb plant here, but Fnatic might play aggressive to try and deny it. In comes Roy. He's looking for Maxter. Hasn't seen him. Eventually gets him, but the bomb will go down. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. hetket drops to Roy, and Afro found Rez in the meantime on that lurk. It's another plant for NIP, but it's the same outcome. Fnatic 8-0.
Yeah. Well, look at this out of NIP. They're going for something quick. Afro flashed off the angle. Let's see what he can do with the orb. Finds the first at least, but is entirely blind. Back turn still to him. S-Attack still checking him. Afro getting away with it.
Well, there's this problem is that this donut smoke has faded, but hetket, okay, this is good from NIP. They realise that these smokes will be fading eventually, and rather than commit to a plant and lose a player's ability to shoot back for the time being, give it perhaps a little bit more of an extra look. Messi, no more bullets left in the clip. He's got 2 left. Right. He's had to hit one bullet on hetket straight away, and it's not going to work. He gives the 1v3 a go. And
at least momentum was they are. But look at this from Fnatic. Afro ripping off a shot, and Crims is right behind them. One, maybe even a second. Indeed, does have a bit more of a struggle with it. But
a couple of players in position for Fnatic. They just did not check. Crims pushed up so quick already. I think he probably had a good spawn for it too. And there's a dunk from Dexter as well. Goodness me. Everything is going away of Fnatic at the moment. The gap in the woodwork spotted by Messi. Gets himself another kill. I don't think he's even had one round without getting a kill so far, it feels like. 19 and 4 for him so far. Rez is stuck. He's spotted by Roy. 3B, 9-1. About to fade. 4 players directly behind it, and that's not going to work out for you. Yeah, worst timing ever, and the worst feeling ever when that happens to you, I'm afraid. Dexter will go with nothing, and now it's a rough retake.
Oh, but maybe even It's not even a retake just yet. They don't manage to get down tag though. And definitely for Dexter, hope he had his good boxers on because he got caught with his pants down. A head trick. Trying to push the smoke here, it seems like, or at least find housing in it for a second. Roy, smoke dissipates, and he also saw head trick. So now Afro can't really prepare himself in time. Definitely knew he was coming, but Roy duking it out. This is going to be impossible, surely. I mean, head trick now taking out Mezzy. That's another pin removed. Roy still in the thick of it, in the heart of the enemy. And it seems like he will be processed accordingly. Taps the bomb, but he doesn't actually have a kit. And they now know that he's off of it. Still a bit lackluster, you'd say. You have to say, out of NIP. That
touch at least. We have the final of the half coming in now, and Headtrick's going for some more aggressive plays. I like this one, but Mezzy, again, is just too tough to deal with. Look at all this damage coming through already. Another headshot for Roy in mid. Mezzy's got a 20 kill half, and that's impressive in CSGO's MR15, let alone CS2's MR12.
Having a stormer. And some amazing aim. Headtrick trying to peek into him instantly. His head unscrewed. Afro might deal with the same. Lovely pivot over from Rez. Still, the disaster remains. Mezzy, hold up a second. NIP, they are fighting back, even though they are as low as they can be. Roy also goes down, but just the kill Maxter just leaves Rez on 10
Give him any freebies. They'll be delighted to let him plant.
Yeah, this is
I know exactly where he is off the back of it, and I think they're just going to rush him. There we go.
Yeah.
Well played, Dexter.
To the setup that NIP went for as well, but NIP, they're not getting those two go-ahead kills. Maxter runs through with the flash, instantly gets killed, but Rez tapping away. Wow, from distance finds Mezzy. Attack gets the kill on Dexter, and right now it's looking the exact same here for Fnatic. That they're not going to get a bomb plant out of this as well unless they manage to mop up those frags, because NIP, they will be working overtime right now to try and deny Crims. He's the one to keep them all entertained. Rez certainly is entertained with that kill, but it's all up to Roy for a 1v4. They're at least going to get the bomb down.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if he peeked towards CT there and died without getting the plant, that would be pretty erroneous, I would say. It's so important to get this injection of cash, and yeah, there's even maybe a chance to do something with it for Roy. You never know. Bomb is down, and he's got himself in toward Temple. You hear the stomping toward him, though, and he'll realise that he's got a lot of work on his shoulders, and there we go for Config. Gets his third kill on the mark. Nice clean headshot and a very clean hold from Rez in particular, of course.
That smoke, just a tad bit too late. Fnatic have already moved through. That's $300 gone to waste, but Rez also puts Roy in the scrapyard. Dexter just tapping away. Rez needs to be careful here. Tag looking for some timing. Together with Headtrick, but Mezzy's still holding it down, so as soon as there's some sort of contact, Headtrick spotted, nicely ices out Mezzy, and all the kills that follow after it are also NIPs. And then it's just Afro left over, and well, if there's one way to start your comeback, it's in this fashion. NIP.
He has to wait for his teammate's utility to help him out, and it will come through now, but this is a tight angle to hold with the Pika's advantages, of course, in CS2, and he reacts quick enough. Weird line to take, and actually I think Crims may have even spotted him on the corner of that smoke. Who knows? Either way, he's taken him down, and Crims has entry'd Rez as well. Just like that, snap of a finger, Headtrick and Tag are going to have to fall away from this in Jaguar.
Headtrick, nice first kill, but both pins given away. Headtrick will remove himself from the action as Mezzy. Oh my goodness, he took two, but now Mezzy is in trouble as well as Attack takes him out. Afro, yet again, superior over Maxter, and Crim's able to find Attack. That opens the gateway over towards A, and Headtrick has got a tough decision to make. A 1v2, you could say it's possible, but that AWP is also very valuable.
On the outskirts of B, Rez looking like he wants to go aggressive, but surely he doesn't expect Roy here so close. He does not check the angle. Freebie for Roy. And they're going to just start barreling into the B site now. Max is trying to fight them to at least give Headtrick a chance because he's smoked off. Tag maybe can be the man to fight back here. 4v4, but look at the aggression from Fnatic. Straight through into cave.
Dexter coming through from behind. And they're not going to be watching that. There's no way. Dexter. Oh, okay, well, you can just be the thorn in the side right now. Dexter, he actually gets felled by Headtrick. Oh, NIP, they should never be having a chance in this round. Config still very prevalent though, and that's head trick. Icing out Roy, and somehow NIP managed to get this ship ashore for now at least, very properly. Guess that's what you have to do as an IGL, but yeah, I'm sure that Fnatic will feel hard done. Mike Karims crouches around the corner, unscrews the head of the NIP player. Flash to come through, but Config is close enough, and Krim's actually had the ult. Mezzy gets a return frag, and this is Fnatic. Look at the steal one away from NIP. This would hurt so much.
Yeah, just after winning such an insane round that NIP did, to lose at the next port of call would be rough. And see, with this AK, anything can happen. 24-11, another kill on the board, instantly trading Krims. Krims, even though he had picked that up of course, doesn't matter. He was just like, okay, I'm going to barrel in and try and create space for Mezzy, and here we go. More damage is being done. Essetag down to 35.
Max, there's no way. Yeah, that's such a good play by Roy. They're staying behind with the Tech 9. You know, you're not going to have too much in the push. Dexter now kills Essetag. That leaves it all up to Rez. Yet again, this time he's with a bit more HP, but he's also got it all to do, trying to bait out the shots. But NIP, 2 days in a row, they yet again go down. All 3 of them. This is going to be trouble if they push it just as is, but they're actually forcing some rotations over. Rez able to get the first, and Rez able to mop up a second as well. Those USPs, they're reigning supreme right now as Krims. Sure, you can try and fight, but there's 2 angles, and as soon as he exposes himself to the secondary one, it just leaves Dexter, and that's also already finished. Flames. Mezzy still trying to look for a way in, but pushing towards the other side of the smoke is an easy kill for Max there. And Flames will now engulf himself as well. Dexter able to find one, steps into the Flames, and also takes a nade, but with 2 kills on the back of it, Fnatic, they push through.
Could be all Config though. 2 players walking wounded right in front of him. Should be both, and is both. It's very messy, but he does his job. Either which way, gets his 2. Of course, low on ammunition though.
At least had a pretty good idea of where they were sitting, but they're also showing aggression down Banana. Krims getting this kill would mean everything, and with that being in the pocket of Krims, he's actually got to go over towards the B site for a second. Decides against it. Roy opens up on Essetag, and that's the A site crumbling. Config in a 1v2 to try and get this one still in favor of NIP and get this gun round converted. But they just need to play crossfire. Fnatic have got Config right where they want him to be. Krims already on the angle, immediately iced out though. Roy tucks his head in. Here's Config spraying, but on the search, on the scouring of the horizon, it's just a matter of time. Roy shows himself, and Config is looking elsewhere.
That's unfortunate for Config. I think in that sort of situation, the crossfire, as you mentioned to begin with, is
over towards Hetrick, or at least his way, but they're still going to capitalize upon this space that Fnatic are somewhat giving them. Afro tucked in the corner, and the only barrier in between these 2 teams right now is a smoke, and as soon as that dissipates, it's all Rez in the kill feed. Fnatic were laying dormant, weren't expecting it, and if they manage to kill this push from behind, well, that's the majority of the forces here.
I really love the aggression from NIP. It's slightly risky, I think it's fair to say. When you have 3 in Banana to push down in toward T steps like that, not exactly knowing where Fnatic could be positioning themselves. I don't mind it though on the low buy, trying to keep them guessing, but Roy could be about to do it again. But he's got to go and pick up that bomb. Big off angle from Config. Fair play.
Remnants there floating about, covering Hetrick, but Fnatic, they're looking for an explosion here.
Good work with these pistols. I've seen many a Straton Inferno that works out with a buy like this, and Config is doing a great job of standing his ground once again for 2 rounds in a row. AK gets 2, Essetag falls away, only gets his 1.
Of this round are incredibly bleak.
Yep.
I can plant now behind the pillar. Max there. Uh-oh, that's now trouble. Mezzy able to pivot over as well. Just picked up an extra bit of utility. Krim's gone down though. And Rez, hold up! Don't go too quickly. It's a 1v2. You have the advantage. 1D by Mezzy keeps this alive. And again, it's Config trying to win it out for a team, but it's Mezzy. The Brit does it for Fnatic. Utility right now, NRP, they're going to have to do it on their aim. Crim's peak, but the MP7 goes down. S-Attack as well. Config another. It's a body shot. It's pandemonium in the bomb site with Mezzy and Roy trying to pick up the pieces. And as Mezzy goes down, Roy and Afro, they're the ones left alone.
Oh no, it's happened again. This time for NIP. The 4-spy battle's going either which way, keeping this game incredibly close. This has to be all Afro, but he's yet to get off the mark in this game so far. Roy may have his headshot angle in pit. And honestly, I would give Fnatic a very slight edge here because it's a scout and 2 pistols, but now it has to be Afro. And he's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. He finds the first, and now he's getting pressured up close. Low HP on the close player, and hetket pulls out the USP. Does he have time? He does not. Afro has done it via the clock, but only just.
Yeah, trying to tuck himself in. And this is exactly why I think Dex are winning way too early. They're even connecting in from behind right now. Fnatic are definitely going to be in trouble. They have to hit their shots immediately. S-Tag trying to wreak havoc, not stepping out of the smoke. Max immediately iced out. Rez will follow into the grave as well. Only 10 seconds. A denial of the bomb plant is going to be the round here. And hetket, he's coming through. Crim stands tall, but the bomb already went down. They line up for hetket though. And NIP, they steal it.
Oh,
Deal is piggy bank fattening already. They still need to push into him. 30 seconds. At some point, Fnatic are going to go. That's a guarantee. Oh, and Config just saw a leg. He might just get overwhelmed there very quickly, though. The P250, a lot of merit to it. And all of a sudden, hetket goes crashing down as well. That's going to be a bomb plant for Fnatic, and nothing that NIP are going to be able to do about it.
I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared. This has been a full eco. The M4 got nothing. They only went 1 for 1. Thus far, S-Tag has a chance to do more. They're going to try and push aggressively. I like that plan to try and trade their way into it, because now it gives Crims a chance. 1 versus 2 with the M4, but the aim punch is just too much. If he had Kevlar there may have been a glimmer of hope. But I think Fnatic, considering what they had, they'll be delighted with 3 kills and a bomb plant.
Yeah, this is definitely a mental victory for them. Get up to Dexter's age.
Maxter playing behind the sandbags, does well to get one, considering that's such a hard situation to even get one in. Dexter does trade it, but thankfully hetket is in position to trade that one back himself. So early 4v3 for NIP in round 9.
Dexter just fully thinks that that one player that they just removed is the entire hold. His hetket was moving a little bit. Roy using the left-hand peek, and in general the peeker's advantage too. Its use of Roy again on Config, just soloing the entire side. S-Attack still on the balcony. His aim gets split though, and it's Roy to convert the frag in the end.
But he's going to go looking anyway. Here the drop down from Config, and there's Rez being baited in. And now they'll see that Banana's clear, so it has to be A for Fnatic with 30 seconds to go.
Another disaster for Fnatic. You have to be cleaner in these types of rounds. They don't check the side. Maxter gets the kill. S-Tag as well. And oh, Fnatic, what a howler they've had in this round. Even if Afro was able to get the kill on Maxter, there was no way in any fashion that NIP
nowhere near the site yet. 12 seconds, and there are 4 players for them to kill first. Surely this goes NIP's way. Config with 1, S-Tag with 1, hetket with 1. Crim's doing great work, but S-Tag is still on the side. Shot hit by Afro, but they're timed out. Statistics we have to read through on CS2. Yeah, that was how far begun around. It's just something you need to put behind you now. Move on. Start concentrating on that second half. The fact that NIP put 4 players there, you have to say, okay, well, fair enough. There's too many men for us to deal with. We're going to burst out apart. That's actually going to force NIP down to the bottom to take mid, but Rez with 3 kills on the board, make it 4. They try and go aggressive on it, knowing that the apartment's pop was coming in, and Rez just deals with all of them. hetket finds the last. Oh, nades in toward Rez. Down to 25 HP now. Afro, he'll know they're out toward mid. What's his timing going to be like? Oh, he catches Max to looking the wrong way, but he flicks around in good time. Big miss from Afro, and Max takes advantage of it. Dexter's trying to hold them off, but Config just charges through the smoke. Fair play. Crims is in pit. Too many players to look at. Maxter finds him as well. NIP will be a couple of rounds away from staying alive in this tournament and sending us to a third.
Fantastic stuff out of NIP. Dexter's util game there. It feels like every single bit of utility that he threw worked against him. The nade allowing Fnatic to basically get a grasp on the situation that's going on. And initially it was meant for Dexter to be able to wreak havoc and explode the smoke and creep in from the back lines. But with the spray coming through from Config, he had to respect it, had to back down. So Fnatic gained that information. Then Dexter threw the flash. Didn't pop. He looked back. Config pushed through off of the back of that flash since he's still had his back turned to it. And then NIP, at that moment, they were already...
NIP 2 away from taking us to overpass and keeping themselves alive. Of course, this is the elimination match in Group A. Roy and Mezzi play off the back of each other in Banana. It works out for a handy 2-for-1. That nade, oh my goodness, lands at Mezzi's feet and he survives on 1 HP. I think you could say that is vaguely fortunate.
Oh, calculated. He's the only one to hold. There's 1 HP currently between NIP and the B bomb site.
True.
He's got a smoke, but Mezzi's even peeking aggressively. There's 40 seconds, so NIP changing their mind. Surely at some point, Mezzi just fully falls back so he doesn't get overwhelmed. Should know that this B site is hanging on by a thread. There's the up shot out of head trick. Immediately backs down. The nade also following, but he's fully back down to the site. And Config pushing through. Afro is going to dish it out. That should nip it all in the bud here as NIP can throw themselves forward, but head trick does need to get there quickly as well. At some point, NIP, they've got a decision to make. Go forward or go backwards.
Yep.
Trims. This is so dangerous out of
matches.
Gotta stay warm, baby. Let's go. Fnatic.
Sure.
Oh, what a flash. That's a huge peek, and he gets away with it as well. The molly might just be a tad bit too late, but there is a peek off of the back of it. Dexter sees through the flames, spots Maxer on the other side, and Mezzi, okay, well, he's just got some information that we don't, I guess.
Saying. Another one each for Afro, Dexter, and Mezzi holding firm in mid there. That Molotov, Maxter knows that you don't take a huge amount of damage in the early portions of that Molotov, of course.
Off Mezzi. They care about the molly, and that just goes down without really anything. Roy currently doing the exact same, at least running through the molly, and he's got a peek right into the face of Esatag. Oh, that's a lot of damage done, but the nade catches him.
That's not bad from Roy, considering the situation, but Dexter's got an HE to follow as well. And the grenade fight in Banana, as we all know and love it, hasn't changed much. From Global Offensive to CS2, the battle works out in an even 3v3, but Dexter has a lot on his plate coming in now. All three from NIP coming in from Banana. Will do some chip damage and he'll fall back away again, but this Incendio will be nicely placed. That should deny a bomb plant for a few extra seconds for rotations to come through. They've got bottom mid presence from Afro. Another good kill from Dexter. Hops away with the man advantage too. Great stuff at the moment. Delaying time, being a nuisance. Config trying to fight his way back, but that's a superb peek from Crims. Now Rez is 1 HP. Afro finishes him off on that banana.
They've only got 25 seconds.
Yeah, they've both these teams have been very insistent on running down the clock on full buys and on ecos, to be honest. And I think they need to take the loss bonus here. They need to take it quickly. Dexter. Ooh,
no way.
I said loss bonus, and I'm not going to take that as a jinx, because jinxes don't exist.
No.
It doesn't matter when a head trick just rips head off of Afro. Oh, maybe that's why they ran the clock down. Fnatic. They should not have let that one slip. They had a decent crossfire. And now Config coming in from the back, trying to stop them from saving. He's ripped Roy's head off too. And Mezzi is very stuck. Maxter destroys him. Oh no, that is not one you want to watch back.
Pushed up off angle, still destroyed by Maxer, who swivels. At least Afro in the meanwhile was able to get a kill as well.
He's in a 4v4 at least.
Rez
is just okay. Trying to save himself there, perhaps with that smoke, thinking that it wasn't covering that Molotov, but apparently he burns anyway. It was covering that Molotov, but it certainly was not. Looks weird from the X-ray, that's for sure. Just kind of walks into his death. You have to see that from his POV. It gives Fnatic another lifeline. Had a good streak. We need to repeat that streak to take us to OT. NIP, of course, winning that previous round on their half buy means that even if they lose this, they're going to have money for the next. Afro, oh, head trick, outpeaks him. That's a lovely one to take. Now Dexter, he has to win his duel toward Maxter. This is the important one, but Roy, he's peeking down bottom mid, and Maxter does find it in the end, which means it's all down to Mezzy. And head trick's got him locked in, but he misses the flick. And now Maxter has to fight for the bomb, but Mezzy just sprays through the smoke. And Fnatic stay alive on Inferno ever longer. The smile on Roy's face says it all. That was a squeak. 9. Dexter directly below him. Config holding the line. Good information spotted by Crims, though. As he falls off the balcony, he still manages to take Config. And now the utility will certainly force Maxter away. Dexter, that little headshot angle on the edge of the van. That's a lovely burst on Rez.
Nasty. Oh, and they're all
Wow.
crashing down. It's Fnatic who are going to be on double digits, barring Max. They're pulling off the impossible. But my goodness. Where's this been? Where's the clean Fnatic been? As soon as they were... Okay, Crimson, it didn't have to be that mean. It was rude. But all of a sudden, just like that, it feels like Fnatic, everything was given to them. Or at least a whole lot of opportunities. Roy peaks first, finds his attack, a lot of damage done on Rez as well. He's not done just yet, finds Rez in the end.
I question NIP's thoughts in sticking to that strategy once they'd already lost a player. I know they're already committed into a banana, but of course Roy's going to try that again. Config needs to get a second on an insane spray transfer, but it's not going to happen. Roy is carrying Fnatic to overtime here. 3 kills from top banana.
As well, with a fair belt of utility, and as soon as they're going to catch wind of this NIP push, Fnatic look to crunch down with the utility that they've got left over. Roy peeks preemptively. There's a flash in there as well. Head trick caught off guard, and that just leaves it all up to the substitute, who will have a little bit of a prolonged stay as NIP search for their permanent 5th. But this would be a damn good case of making him the permanent 5th. Maxter at least catches the first. There's just no time here, though, right? He's gotten 2 spectacular kills, but he needs to stick the plant. He's trying to find Roy, but we've got OT.
And it's an 8.
Will tuck himself into the corner, though. There's a bit of more utility. Yes, attack gets return P, but there's a nade as well. And this battle is fierce.
Is he playing up close? Needs to be wearing a boost, and Config just comes flying in. Respect. NIP continue to go for smokes. Then comes the utility. Afro will call that over to his teammates. He needs support. There has to be Afro, and he only gets his 1. That's going to be the site open for business. And in classic Counter-Strike fashion, Iberia, I think we're going to win the first round of OT after they struggled to get over the line for so long.
A bit of utility that could change the conversation. Or
Hang
Maxter
on.
that spray in. Now it's just the 2 HP players, or 2 low HP players, excuse me, left over. And Dexter and Crims amongst the most experienced. Molly at the back of the site. Both of Molly's at the back of the site. The other nade's up close. Config takes even more damage, but no fatalities here. They've gotten away nicely. There's still Config around the corner. There's the bomber ticking faster and faster, and it's Fnatic. You are going to struggle, and I feel like right now we've got a lot of time here to chat. That's a nice nade from Afro, and Dexter's actually there as well, so perhaps there's still something here. As Dexter pushes through, he wants this site back. This is my territory, baby.
Oh my goodness. Fnatic, fair bloody play. Ballsy pushes from Dexter and Crims have somehow swung this round back in their favor. Don't ask me how. When you get 2 kills on B like Rez did, Roy and Mezzy messing up their synergy slightly. You would not expect the instant rebuttal, but Dexter is standing tall again. Head trick. I'm going to try and nade him out of the round, but it doesn't take him down. He's got Afro behind the smoke in front of him. Tries to go for a no-scope, up close, but Dexter swings wide. That is a ridiculous recovery.
Fnatic, they've got the setup ready for this. Roy, what's he going to be able to do? Rez running blind onto the site, but they still have yet to find Crims, who's going to activate now. Throw them into the fray. This anticipation there for Fnatic. And that just leaves hetket to pick up the pieces in a 1v3.
I mean, weirdly right now, he actually has the opportunity to run through Arch to B and plant, but of course he's not to know that. And yeah, mezzy's going to catch him off guard. Really big 2-1 for Fnatic in the first half of Messi charging his way through. Maxter is so stark. Oh, what a recovery from the young ninja. And he even gets a second as well. Afro's nade finally finishes him off, but respect to Maxter again. He's on 24 and 18 for this map. He has not done himself a disservice in any way. A superb 2K in a manic situation keeps NIP alive for now.
NIP are rotating hetket over towards B as well. Right now, Fnatic have yet to make a decision, but it does seem like this conclusion of the round is going to go over towards the B site. If you don't do anything to change that, Rez. Nice kill on Afro. Showed a bit more resistance, though, and that actually gives the inkling to Fnatic. Let's go over towards the A site instead. Still so tough. Esatag tucks himself into the corner, and Fnatic are playing this weirdly, letting Crims do his thing. It's definitely bound to draw some attention, whether he's going to get a kill or not, but he's not going to get anything. And in a position like this, in a 2v4 splitting up, you just expose yourself to too many angles. This is only going to see a conclusion in the very
side. But with a minute to go, we're taking mid a little bit quicker this time. hetket has to keep an eye on the corner of the smoke. But again, NIP, just like with one of the rounds in regulation that we saw, they've put 4 on the A site. But can they hold Fnatic at bay? Dexter's just entry 2 of them. And Esatag is now so very stuck. Dexter comes in from the flank. He finds his one. But Config, even though he gets his kill, Mezzy trades it instantly. Could be going on a little while longer yet, for sure. Oh, the timing for Esatag. Oh.
Okay, Crims able to get the first kill. Now you have to dismantle that 3-man B hold. Need to go back over towards A and quickly as well, Fnatic. If they go quickly about this, hetket is the only man in their way. They have added the forces here. Dexter, he's got to run past the shot of hetket. Config does get 2. He equalizes the scoring, though. Config on the site together with Rez, but they're going to wrap the long way around. And this is trouble still for NIP. Firmly lodge themselves onto the site. They've got no path over towards B unless they want to go on a war path. But Dexter holding the angle. It's Afro to get the kill. Rez and also Config. Now they know where the final player is. And in a 1v3, Mezzy hides. He'll be the rat in the round. And Maxter there to clutch it all.
He's gone charging past Mezzy as well. Could this be just a tap in the side? No, he's gone all the way through and checked it from the other side. He doesn't have a clue where Mezzy's gone, and it's Fnatic to close it out, 16-14. What a win from them, from 12-8 and 11-5.